Our next commentary match is fast approaching, so why not take this chance to check out all our interesting markets? There's plenty to choose from to get involved, as well as outrights and correct score markets as first and anytime goal scorer, goals over and under, both teams to score, double chance, and many, many more. We'll have all the build-up and the team news ahead of the game, and you can then sit back and enjoy full, independent, off-tube, studio-based commentary on all the action as it unfolds. You won't miss a thing from the first kick to the full-time whistle. So why not take this opportunity to have a bet, get involved, and then listen to our commentary and expert analysis on all the action. Do remember to be gamble aware and bet responsibly to keep it fun.
Tielemans making their Premier League debuts for their new side, as well as a few for Hull, Elliot Stroud, as well as Nobel Mendy. Coming into this game, of course, United were third last year, back into the Champions League. Huge expectations for Michael Carrick and co. What a start he's had since January. 17 games, 12 wins, only 2 losses in that time for the former Borough boss. When we look at the 2-11s for Hull, seems to be a 3-4-3 for Sergej Jakirovic's side. Konstantinos Zalakis is in goal. Back three of Nobel Mendy, John Egan and Semi Ajayi, with skipper Louis Coyle off the right, Ryan Giles off the left, and a double in the middle of Regan Slater and Matt Crooks, with a forward three of Mohamed Belloumi, Ollie McBurney and Elliot Stroud as a forward trio, whereas for the Red Devils, the new number 1 in town, if you will, Senny Lemons is in goal. For of Dusan Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Aidan Heaven and Luke Shaw. Midfield duo of Belgian Yuri Tielemans and former Chelsea man Andre Santos, with Brian Mbeumo, skipper Bruno Fernandes and Patrick Dorgu supporting Mateus Cunha, who leads the line for the visitors this afternoon. Darren England is the official in charge of all the action as we open the Premier League Saturday slate at the MKM Stadium. Do join us for 12:30 PM action as we get underway for this Premier League season, as Hull City host Manchester United. Hull City welcome Manchester United to the MKM Stadium as they return to the Premier League for the first time in close to a decade. Of course, that Ollie McBurney stoppage time winner against Middlesbrough at Wembley seems so long ago, but it puts the Tigers back into the big time, and big time as it comes. The Red Devils are in town this afternoon. A couple of debutants for the Red Devils, a new midfield home host, if you will. Andre Santos and Yuri Tielemans making their Premier League debuts for their new side, as well as a few for Hull, Elliot Stroud, as well as Nobel Mendy. Coming into this game, of course, United were third last year, back into the Champions League. Huge expectations for Michael Carrick and co. What a start he's had since January. 17 games, 12 wins, only 2 losses in that time for the former Borough boss. When we look at the 2-11s for Hull, seems to be a 3-4-3 for Sergej Jakirovic's side. Konstantinos Zalakis is in goal. Back three of Nobel Mendy, John Egan and Semi Ajayi, with skipper Louis Coyle off the right, Ryan Giles off the left, and a double in the middle of Regan Slater and Matt Crooks, with a forward three of Mohamed Belloumi, Ollie McBurney and Elliot Stroud as a forward trio, whereas for the Red Devils, the new number 1 in town, if you will, Senny Lemons is in goal. For of Dusan Mazraoui, Harry Maguire, Aidan Heaven and Luke Shaw. Midfield duo of Belgian Yuri Tielemans and it is a warm welcome to this early afternoon's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary as the Premier League continues to roll on. The first game of this packed Saturday slate, the MKM hosts its first Premier League game in close to a decade. Hull City against Manchester United. Forward come the Red Devils early here with Shaw into Dorgu. Offside though against the Dane who's playing at left wing. This afternoon. Last time these two sides met was in early 2017. Well, the boss on the sideline, Michael Carrick, lined up for the Red Devils, of course, and Harry Maguire was playing for the Tigers that afternoon in a goalless draw at Old Trafford. I'll take you through all the lineups and all of the changes, new signings and all that kind of good stuff in just a moment, but I will bring myself in. It's Lewis Rafter. I'm joined by Eric Stanyes to take you through all the action this afternoon at the MKM Stadium. Of course, Hull getting here through the playoffs. McBurney's stoppage time goal at Wembley sending him here. Ball over the top in Birmingham, looks well offside there. Landon's flag stayed down, but his ball ended up into the arms of Zalakis anyway, so it might have just been to say, well, Hull have got the ball anyway, so they'll have the opportunity. We saw a promoted team last night, unfortunately not do too well, Eric, at the Emirates in Coventry, but Hull are at home. It's an early kick-off. We see it's a great atmosphere at the MKM. They're up for it. Manchester United maybe a bit to prove as well. 2 new players in the middle with Tielemans Tielemans and Santos there, two of the three summer signings so far. How do you see it going this afternoon?
I think it's a good time for Hull to play Man United. As in the first home game, that's probably where they had the best chance, because every team is a bit rusty early on, but this Hull team, like Coventry, very much a championship side, very little Premier League experience. The new signing Mendy's been slotted into defence now, so they're playing a back three today with Egan and Ayaye, and the goalkeeper Salakis has played really well in the pre-season friendly, and according to lots of Hull fans and the journalists, Hull is very good with his feet, and he's got the ball at his feet at the moment. But Man United, massive favourites.
They are big favourites coming into this game, so it should be an interesting one. Of course, a couple of new signings. Eric Troy spoke about Zalaki, so he's still on the ball now. The former Olympiacos goalkeeper, well, he was challenged down there by Mateus Cunha. He's playing up top for Carrick's Red Devils, boots it all the way from one goalkeeper to another, and possession is with the Red Devils. So quickly then, we spoke about the lineups, a couple of debutants for both teams. Zalakis, Mendy, as Eric's already spoke about. Red Devils, of course, well, new midfield basically, with Tielemans and Santos, rumoured to be Carlos Baleba's done as well, but of course not in the squad this afternoon, not even announced, I'll say. Tielemans, ball over the top for Bruno Fernandes, takes it down on his chest, still tries to get on the end of it, heavy touch, defended well by Mendy and Egan, and then it just trickles into the arms of Zalakis in goal. But that's already showing what Yuri Tielemans will bring from deep. £35 million from Aston Villa, a release clause, and he's basically what I think United need from it, ready-made. You've got a Santos a little bit younger, Baleba's a little bit younger. It's someone who I think can sit a bit deeper, allow a Fernandes to go a bit further forward and take a bit of the creativity away from Fernandes, in the sense that instead of you doing it all, we've got someone in who can help you a bit. Yeah,
that was just a one-touch pass over the top, and basically Fernandes was actually through one-on-one with the keeper, but he chested it sideways instead of going towards goal, so he got caught up by the defenders. But that was a beautiful dinked pass over the back four from Tielemans. His first touch on the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't actually just a lovely ball over the top. Just Fernandes maybe feel let it roll. It's a lovely pass, but an awkward touch as well, it has to be said. But nearly an opening chance there for the Red Devils. Here come the Tigers. McBurney ball in behind. They'll end up getting to the feet of Bellumi, just in behind Aidan Heaven. Louis Coyle on the right side swings the ball into the back post. McBurney's there, big header away from Mazraoui. That would have been a big chance. McBurney, can imagine if he'd got on the end of that, you would have to say that would have been, first of all, what a massive chance. Lovely ball in from Coyle, just kind of one up there, and it's Mazraoui gets there. It's good defending. Knows he's going to take a bit of a whack from McBurney as well. If he would have got on the end of that, you probably would have backed him to score that one.
Yes, it's a good attack, a good combination by Bellumi and Coyle on the right hand side. And I think Bellumi, I saw a glimpse of him in the Championship last season. He's really exciting player. I think if he can step it up in the Premier League, it's one that actually can take the ball and create something on his own, like he did now when he just slotted it through to Louis Coyle. But McBurney, that's very good defender by Mazraoui. But yeah, it would have been a goal, I think, if he had a free header.
Yeah, McBurney, 19 goals last season in all competitions. Over the top here, looking for Stroud. Too much on it. Goal kick for the Red Devils, and what an opportunity that would have been if Hull would have taken the lead. Quickly then, the full lineups. Zalakis in the Tigers' goal. Back three of Ajayi, Egan and Mendy. Coyle, the skipper, off the right. Giles off the left as wing-backs. Crooks and Slater as the two holders, with Bellumi, McBurney and Stroud as a forward three in a 3-4-3. The Red Devils 4-2-3-1. Lamens in goal. Back four of Mazraoui, Maguire, Heaven and Shaw. Tielemans and Santos, the two holders in the middle, with Mbeumo, skipper Fernandes and Dorgu supporting Mateus Cunha, who will be the leader of the line. I can imagine he might drop a little bit deeper at times, or even at the moment. Mbeumo leading the line sometimes. Very fluid front four, as it was at the back end of last season for United. Possibly maybe only Dorgu out of that front four that will stay wide, and Cunha will move to the right hand side, and Mbeumo will go central. So it's very fluid there. Tielemans brought down then, I believe, by Matt Crooks. There in the middle, that'd be a good midfield battle, you'd have to say. Tielemans wins a lot of fouls, gives away a lot of fouls, very similar as Matt Crooks, it has to be said. Referee official Darren England for all the action this afternoon. And just a quick update, of course, we're not the only game on at the moment. Packed 12:30 slate up and down England, it has to be said. In the Championship, goalless between Birmingham and Bristol City, as well as Millwall and Norwich. Pompey, Portsmouth have just taken a 1-0 lead against Lincoln. In League One, goalless in the two games there between Doncaster and Barnsley and Luton and Notts County. And in League Two, Chesterfield are 1-up away to Salford. Newport are 1-0 up away to Bristol Rovers. And it's goalless between Walsall and Grimsby. We'll do our best to keep you up to date with all the scores elsewhere. Of course, those games are on this service. Myself and Eric will have all eyes on the MKM. Whilst I was bringing you up to date with scores elsewhere. Just been possession, really, for the Red Devils, getting comfortable on the ball. Andre Santos, the former Chelsea and Strasbourg player. £50 million coming in from the Blues. A good pre-season. Maguire, of course, former Hull player, plays it over the top to Mbeumo, stretches to try and get on the end of it, nods it forward for Cunha. Dealt well with, though, by Mendy. Can only get it out, though, for a throw-in on the right-hand side. It's interesting seeing the likes of Maguire back at the MKM Stadium. Mazraoui has an opportunity now for a long throw-in here. Cunha's up there, Dorgu as well, tries to flick it on, does Mbeumo. Paul, who dealt with Egan, just puts it back up into the Hull City skies. Mbeumo takes it down. Tielemans. Hull are very deep in their own half, but United leaving a lot of space in behind if they do make a mistake. There's nearly a mistake there. There is in the end. There's going to be a foul, I do believe. No, there isn't. I thought Harry Maguire clipped Balumi, it looked like. No, apologies, it might even be Stroud on the left hand side. Both players are still down, both asking for the free kick. And just about to say, Eric, that if they make a mistake, a Hull would have been in behind there, 1-on-1 with the keeper.
That would have been. I think McBurney was on his own half if he got a pass, but the game carries on as they cross in for Man United now into the box. It looked like a foul, but it's now eventually a foul for Hull City that can breathe again. But I think Man United, looking at, obviously Man United haven't got a 100% on number 9 in the lineup. So Dorgu's been the one that's been from the left, been in the middle a few times for the ball over the top, while Cunha going a bit more deeper. So yeah, I think that Man United probably missing that big number 9 in the game today.
Yeah, as you say, Sesko's on the bench, but as you rightfully say, he's not 100% fit. Didn't get a pre-season. I think he picked up that knock, didn't he, after Canate? He's had a shin injury, so he's fit, but not fit in terms of ready to go. Probably it's definitely not starting this game. Might get a few minutes this afternoon, who knows. Joshua Zirkzee, well, he can play up front, of course, but linked with a move away. He played against Leeds in the pre-season friendly. I saw played more of an attacking midfielder. I thought he was very good there, but again, as you say, real as an out-and-out number 9, you're spot on. No one really fit and raring to go in that position.
Probably Lacey and Rashford the closest in the squad now for Man United as an out-and-out number 9, but we've seen teams win championship without a number 9 and false number 9s only, so wouldn't worry too much.
Well, I think, as you say, without no out-and-out number 9, as Hull have the ball just inside their own half. I feel when you play without a number 9, at the moment, as you say, it's very fluid. Dorgu goes up top, Cunha goes to left, Bruno Fernandes drops deep, ball over the top. You're looking for Louis Coyle, race on between himself and Shaw. He'll go out for a goal kick for, maybe even Shaw might even clip the Tiger skipper there. I feel as will be a goal kick for the Red Devils. I feel sometimes when you play without a number 9, it either works so well and you go, oh, why doesn't everyone play with this? Or there's just no real bite. I remember before Haaland came into City, Phil Foden played the role, played it well, but then sometimes when it doesn't go well, you just sit there and go, get a number 9 on the pitch.
Yeah, well, and the proper number 9s, they're just it's so difficult to actually get and sign. They're very, very expensive, and there are not that many of them around, actually. There's not that many Haalands in the Premier League this season. McBurney, you can see he's a proper number 9 today for Hull City, but I don't think he has quality for a top club, but who knows? He's played in the Premier League before, and he was the match winner in the playoff final, Oliver McBurney, but that's a problem for Hull City as well. He's the only effective striker Hull's got at the moment, so they will be signing someone before the end of the transfer window, as will probably Man United.
If you look at the bench, you're right. Of course, as we look at apps and stuff that we do use, there's no one even down as an attacker for Hull. It's all midfielders and defenders. Ball over the top by Fernandez, looking for the run of Dorgu. Too much on it. And into the feet of Zalakis. Just over 11 minutes played here at the MKM Stadium. It is goalless so far. Hull City 0, Manchester United 0. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action in this early Premier League game. No updates elsewhere, I don't believe, of goals going in the EFL, Championship League 1 and League 2. So far, a lot of possession for the Red Devils, just under 70% give or take. Yet to see a shot by either of these teams. I mean, you spoke, Eric, about Zalakis being on the ball. Well, he was about level with his defenders there, out of the box, so clearly something they're trying to go out with.
He's very confident on the ball, and that's why for them to play it out from the back, you need a goalkeeper that's confident on the ball. And we're seeing so many promoted sides like Southampton 2 years ago that they tried to play it out from the back. It's mistake after mistake, not just by the goalkeeper but by the defence. But if you have that goalkeeper and the calmness, it just helps to have that 11th outfield player when you need it.
Shaw will swing one into the box. It's left by a few players in. Burmu with a shot stings the palms of Zalakis. It's not cleared well, and back to the former Brentford man, Mazraoui, edge of the area to Fernandez into Tielemans. Nice little reverse pass. Tielemans tried to almost take it and turn, but just couldn't get the ball under control. It was just a ball in the box from Shaw. I want to say that it's Mendy who just leaves it, lets it bounce, and Giles, it bobbles over his head. And Burmu, he just reacts to it more than anything, doesn't it? It's a shot on target, it's a powerful, I think he does as well as he can with it, but good save from the Greek in goal.
It's a very good save, because it's going quite high, and then so many times you see a goalkeeper going down, and therefore the ball bit up in the air, sort of halfway up towards the crossbar, goes in. But that was terrible defending by Mendy. He just ducked and did not know where Giles were. It bounced over Giles. Very good finish by Mbeumo, because that wasn't easy. He didn't expect it.
Well, he's weaker peg as well on his right boot. He's left-footed. I mean, he doesn't have I won't say he's got a weak foot as good as his strong foot, but as you say, it was a really good finish. I'd have to say, watching it back, I actually think it's a better save than I first thought.
Very good save by Zalakis. So I talked him up a bit before the game, and so far he's been very good on the ball, and he's done nothing wrong so far.
Here come United though. Quick transition on a counter-attack. Mazraoui down the right-hand side. Cunha wants it in the box. Looks like he might have just gone offside. Gets his strike. No, the linesman's flag does stay down though. So Cunha's strike will count as a shot on target. You just saw him put his arm out and ask for the ball a little bit earlier, and Mazraoui just held off on the pass for a second. Just onside. And it's a very good first touch by Cunha, setting himself up for the shot. Slightly out of balance though, and it's just scoffed it towards the goalkeeper, and now Hull City come on the counter-attack on the left. Looking forward, nice ball to the left-hand side from McBurney. Giles will swing one in. McBurney, great save from Lemens. That's exactly what the Hull City number 9 will have wanted. You can see his frustration. Lovely ball in from Giles. I think it's a great header and a great save.
That is just, it's a fantastic header, because it's from about 10-11 yards. It's up in the air, it gets power on the ball. And it's a good save by Lames, and that's the second time Hull, this time on the left hand side. Giles with a cross into the box, and this time it wasn't defended as well, and Lames had to come at trumps. That's arguably the best chance of the game.
Yeah, I definitely would say so. Well, we saw going into the game, as you rightfully said, in most, if not all of the pre-season, Hull played a back 4, now played back 3, back 5. However, you do like to look at it. I'll bring that question to you in just a moment as a long throw-in comes in by a Hull, cleared away theatrically by Bruno Fernandes in the end. Slater's going to try and let it go out to play for a throw-in. It was last off of Stroud, I thought, of his left shoulder, so it should be a throw-in for the Red Devils. And I think when you play a 3 at the back, what you do need is 2 players at wing-back who are perfect for the role. You can't just have one who's good and one who's not. Louis Coyle and Ryan Giles will be the question of, are they quote-unquote Premier League quality or not? But as wing-backs, I do think it does suit them to play as a wing-back rather than full-backs, because they do both like to bomb and as we've already seen, as you said, they've got great delivery from wide positions. And
one cross from each of them from into the box so far. And I think Hull City, they would have taken that before the game. It's been a good game by Hull, considering they're massive underdogs. The Louis Coyle and Giles, they would have been the left and right back if in a 4. But it's working so far for this Hull City. This change of formation. It's not a new formation because they played in the playoff finals with 3 at the back, but it's new from the pre-season friendlies when they played 2 at the back and sacrificed 1 midfielder. But they come forward again now with Slater.
Slater wins it out to Giles on the left-hand side. Ball into the box, more of a shot, and Lamens has to just put it over the bar. As I say, it's one of them where he gets a shot, he gets a cross wrong, I should say, but it almost ends up as a shot. But moving, transitional. As soon as Hull win the ball, they do look to come forward. It's a lovely ball to Giles. Might take a deflection off of Tielemans, but Lamens does well to just put it over.
I think it's a poor cross that almost goes into the back of the net. It reminds me of the Norway goal against England when the cross came and the goalkeeper just taken by surprise. Corner kick now.
It'll be an in-swung into the front post, flicked on at the back post. McBurney is there. He's had over the line. Well, it won't matter because it's been put in the back of the net anyway. Hull City take the lead, and it is Semi Ajayi there. McBurney, it might have gone over the line. I'm not too sure. Well, the defender made sure he thumped that one into the back of the net. It's been back and forth Hull over the last few minutes, maybe getting on top of the game a little bit. 17 minutes in, the Tigers lead. It's Hull City 1, Manchester United 0.
And that's basically the third cross into the game, and this time for a corner kick. The header from McBurney, just off the line. Maybe it did cross the line, but on the rebound, there's 3. I think it's not a header from McBurney, it's a shot, and he gets the ball, it bounces from him, he's 2 yards from the goal, and what better thing to do? Just boot it into the back of the net from 2 yards out. Very good save by Lammers first, and it's heaven. The 19-year-old who sort of misses the marking of McBurney, and what a goal! And we've got a game on here, and it's not that undeserved either.
No, I think you're spot on that. Lamens, the question would be is he saves it onto the post, which then puts it back into a dangerous area, but I think he does as well as he can to get there, if I'm being honest. But Ajayi, well, it's a good finish, right place, right time.
Absolutely, and the MKM Stadium will be bursting now because I know a few Hull City fans. They said we're just here for the ride this season. We will go down, but who knows? We've seen competitive teams. The Hull in 2008, Blackpool and Luton. They got relegated, but they were very competitive when they were in it to the last game. So it is possible.
Also, Manchester United up against Hull City. They've played 10 games previously in the Premier League and all unbeaten. 10 games, 8 wins for United, 2 draws. Maybe Hull City on opening day do cause a bit of a shock. Here come Manchester United. Right hand side, Mazraoui pulls it back to Santos. Tielemans. Hull are going to sit deep now probably for the rest of the game, you'd have to say. 1-2 with Fernandez, back to Mazraoui, fizzes it into the box, cleared away as far as Tielemans, strike at goal. Takes a deflection off, I do believe, Cunha, back to the feet over Zalakis. And he'll just wait until someone closes down and picks it up. What you would say from a United point of view is it's not, well, it is early in the game, isn't it? If Hull, I think Hull are going to be positive. I do think maybe the last 20-30 minutes you might sit back. They might try and think they can go get a second and really push on. But if you're Michael Carrick and United go, well, at least it's happened in the 20th minute instead of the last 10 or 5, let's say.
I think there's no need to panic, but to be fair, Man United, they're not playing with speed on the ball. There's no real tempo on the attacking play, so it's been quite easy for the Tigers to defend. The chance they've had from Mbeumo, it came at a personal mistake, as in it wasn't really, they didn't carve the defence open. But yeah, so far Man United, they almost just need like Fernandez to get hold of the game a bit, because it's not working so far. And now it's another free kick for Hull. This is another cross into the box, and Man United have been struggling with those crosses.
They have, and another one comes in, as Eric rightfully says, it's nodded away by Santos, only as far as the left-hand side. Another ball comes in, looking for McBurney, cleared away only as far as Baloumi's strike is sliced into the MKM stands. But as you rightfully said before it came in, Eric, they've been struggling, and they've struggled once again.
And they struggle again. This is just a cross, and it just bounces after Stroud on the left-hand side, and there's no one. It's unchallenged to cross into the box, and the shot from Baloumi, it's maybe 20 yards out, taking the angle into account, and it's a free shot. It's a poor shot, but if that's on target, it probably is into the back of the net.
United now need to respond, it has to be said. Ball forward for Mbeumo. Nice first few touches. Cunha. It's knocked down to him. He's got runners to his left in Shaw and Dorgu, but runs into a corridor, really. Belumi, well, he's tackled in the end by Crooks. Only out of play for a throw-in. Just a quick update elsewhere. I don't think there's any... Millwall are 1-0 up against Norwich. Pompey are 2-0 up against Lincoln. Well, the new boys in the Championship were 1-0 up against Borough for so long and tasted defeat at the Riverside on opening weekend. Well, 2-0 down early doors at home to Portsmouth. Maybe that's a welcome to the Championship kind of a moment. Still goalless between the Blues, Birmingham and Bristol City though. Tielemans tries to play it forward. Knocked back and play a 1-2 with Mazraoui. Again, I think Leeds United players won't be too worried that they're 1-0 down. They've got a long time to go, but Hull are threatening when they do come forward, it has to be said. I think that Eric rightfully said you want maybe Bruno Fernandes to just get a little bit more involved in the game. Tielemans brought down there by Slater, maybe a bit on the soft side, but Tielemans knows exactly what he's doing there. Just getting his body in the way. Free kick taken quickly, and you spoke as well, Eric, about not having an out-and-out number 9, and well, Hull are really dominating from set pieces. You couldn't even see United have that opportunity. Fernandes out to Mbeumo on the right-hand side, swings one into the back sticks, looking for Dorgu. Zalakis comes to claim. Collision between the two. I believe the referees give a foul and a free kick the way of Hull City. He's one of them. Goalkeepers coming to collect it, strikers coming to attack the ball. Both got eyes on the ball. Collision. Should be a free kick to Hull, but both are down for the moment.
Yeah, both are down at the moment. It's a clear foul, letter of the law, because basically Solakis got two hands on the ball, and then the contact is from Dorgu. So even if that was into the back of the net, it will always be disallowed from Solakis. Considering that he was knocked off the ball, that's a good goalkeeper again from Solakis. The 23-year-old signed for, I think, about £20 million. It's not an insignificant amount of money for a goalkeeper. So that's obviously that pander last season. So that'll be something they've addressed. That basically we need probably another goalkeeper in order to compete in the Premier League. And so far it's been very good.
Well, they signed Butland, didn't they? So we're almost Pander went to Rangers, Butland went from Rangers to a whole bit of a swap there. And then you're right, Zalakis came in August the 5th. The transfer was made official, at least by the club and all that kind of jazz. But so far, you spoke about him, and so far he's been more than proven right, Eric. He's been fantastic, big saves, good play out from the back, and sometimes that could be a transformative signing. And look, if Hull stay in the Premier League, that 20 million will be it'll be pennies to them, won't it? If in 12 months' time they're playing Premier League football.
Absolutely, and as I said, to have a goalkeeper. It's like it looks like he will fit into a Pep Guardiola side that actually using the goalkeepers a lot, but it's just for defenders to have that back pass and be confident. But basically, he's a bit under pressure, but it doesn't matter because he's good with his feet and he's very calm. So far it's been very good, and he's done exactly what the Hull fans wanted of him, and what he's been doing in the pre-season friendlies as well for Hull. But for Man United now, it's very little urgency so far. They're going forward and having Mazraoui. Could be something now on the right hand side with Mbeumo now.
Back to the right winger. He wants to cut inside on his left. Plays it short to Tielemans. He'll take it down the byline. The Belgium, is he tripped up there? Referee says no. Good defending by Giles, and Tielemans gets back up, so I can imagine he did win the ball. Poor clearance, poor touch from Santos, puts United under pressure. The referee gets in the way, they're not happy. Ball dinked over the top, looking for Dorgu by Fernandes, goes for a strike at goal. He just drags it wide, but it was a very awkward position for the full-back playing winger this afternoon to even get that strike away. Once again though, because United are pushing so many bodies forward, he just thought if that fell to a Hull player, they could have been on for a counter-attack there. But at the moment, I think, and Heaven's up against McBurney, if I was Maguire at the moment, and I spoke to one of our colleagues before the game, Maguire's got to, I think, take a bit of chance, but I will follow McBurney around, because that'll be a good battle. At the moment, Aidan Heaven, I believe, 19-20, he's been caused problems by McBurney.
Well, Oliver McBurney, obviously, he's not got that much Premier League experience. Obviously, he played for before in the Premier League, Sheffield United, but his presence, he can beat everyone in the air. It's not, he's for crosses into the box, he's there or thereabout as a proper number 9, and it's been played really well today. And Heaven's really struggling in one-to-one duels. And now McBurney is won his side a throw-in on the right-hand side. Bellumi got to take it long, it looks like, into the box.
I thought Coyle going to take it short. He sells us both there, Eric, because Bellumi takes it short to Coyle. They have got bodies in the box. Bellumi goes for a cross straight into Sally Lemans, and United get back on the ball. Rolls it short to Andre Santos. Of course, we do look at the bench. We spoke about Hulls earlier. United do have the likes, as you've already spoke about. Eric Marcus Rashford could come on, add some pace. Dirksey, Sesko. You do have Kobe Mainoo, who didn't play a minute at the World Cup, but nearly played every single minute under Michael Carrick as soon as he became boss of the Red Devils at the back end of last season. Sandro Martinez, Lenny Yoro. I thought maybe Yoro would have started this afternoon alongside Martinez. Of course, the trust is kept with Aidan Heaven. He's just having again, it's almost an old school big number 9, knowing exactly what to do against a young defender. Doesn't matter if in the Championship or not. McBurney, as you rightly said, has a physical profile to go up against him. Yeah, no, it's a brilliant for his whole team. He's arguably the most important player that Hull got this season at the moment, because there's no one that actually can come in and do his job from the bench. It's a good season in the Championship. He played a decent season for Las Palmas the season before in La Liga. And I'm very impressed with his Spanish interviews in Spanish. Well, again, you spot on there. Got 19 goals in all competitions, 18 of them in the league. Rather impressive. And as you said, Las Palmas only got 5 goals, but what he brought to you, what he brings you to that presence, that just can sometimes be that. And I know a striker's job is to score goals, but how many times have we seen, Olivier Giroud for France in the 2018 World Cup wasn't the main man, but my word did he help them to guide them to that World Cup. Sometimes it's not all about goals, it's about, you kind of summed up the presence in the box that he's going to be a handful. Sometimes maybe 2 players have to mark him, that might leave someone free in the box. Here come United down the right hand side, poor ball in for Matej Cunha, and it's played well away. 27 minutes approaching 28 here at the MKM Stadium, on for an opening day shock, you'd have to say, especially with how favoritised Manchester United were coming into this game. It's Hull City 1, Manchester United 0. Ball into the feet of Mbeumo as Raul is stretching the play on that right hand side, pokes it centrally to Cunha. The most central player in the box at the moment is Bruno Fernandes. You probably want that switched around, back to Maguire. Fernandes now is on the ball. We spoke about it's quite fluid from the Red Devils. Then Mbeumo into Mazraoui, and Maguire's on that right hand side. He's going to swing a ball into the box. It's not a bad delivery through everyone, maybe just off of Patrick Dorgu, and out of play it goes. I think that's a lovely ball, and Eric, you're coming to show again what you spoke about earlier coming to fruition. Really, all I can imagine, if that's a Benjamin Sesko 6'5" forward in there, I'm not seeing he scores, but he gets on the end of it.
Yes, it's a fantastic cross. Actually, Harry Maguire with a cross from the right hand side, and it's a free shot from about 5-6 yards under pressure, and it's a tricky one because he goes through a crowd of players before he gets the dog, and he just slices out for a goal kick. But arguably, apart from that Mbeumo chance, which was just a gift from Hull City, that's the best sort of open play attack from Man United so far. But just wide, so getting into the game, but it's very, very slow from Man United. I think they're not panicking. I think the attitude might be that they think they're going to score regardless. If they're going to sort of play for another hour against a back 8, back 9 at the moment, then they will score. I think that might be the thinking of Man United. So there's very little panic from Man United.
No, they are quite happy, and they are getting most of the possession in this game. Mazraoui plays it into Fernandes. He leaves and lets it roll to Cunha. Lovely touch there in the middle from Mendy. And now Hull on the counter-attack. Heavy touch from McBurney. Poor clearance from Aidan Heaven. Mazraoui's going to get there. Pokes it off of Stroud, says the referee. I thought that was lost off the Manchester United full-back there, but that's just showing how dangerous Hull can be on the counter. And I will say, if Cunha was on the same wavelength as Fernandes there, United are basically through with an opportunity there. And that is what you just feel, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but you feel both players went to the World Cup, you're still getting in rhythm. You do feel once a bit of chemistry maybe forms, that's something that you work on in training, and you open the team up. We've seen pictures of Marcus Rashford, we've already spoke about him. he could still leave the club.
Yeah.
He's been given the number 9 jersey, so that's an important one. I'll bring Eric in a moment. It's here come United. Tielemans knocks it out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. But that bench for United, there's no offence to Hull. I think they've been very scrappy and very good, but you do look at that bench for United and you see game changers who can come on.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford, when he's on form, it's a fantastic player, and he had a good season for Barcelona. And obviously, Marcus Rashford, he wanted to be signed by Barcelona. They opted not to sign him, and that's a chance after a throw-in now.
Into the feet of Dorgu, still just outside the own penalty area. Santos into Cunha, cleared away in the end as a United player who's down. I believe it's Andre Santos. He's back up on his feet though, and Burmu will swing another ball into the box. Heads go off, flicked on. Might have been just going wide, but Zalakis will catch and claim that. Once again, I mean, you've already spoken. That's a great throw out as well. How impressive has the great goalkeeper been? You spoke about him with his ball playing ability. Yes, that's great. His shot stopping ability has been great as well. But also, how many goalkeepers do you see that are great at, for example, ball playing? But no offence, 6 foot, 6'1". Zalakis is 6'4". He's a giant of a goalkeeper as well.
A fantastic goalkeeper, and basically, obviously, they have a tactic. He was actually on the floor after saving the ball, diving, and as he delivers the ball, throws it out straight away while he's actually on the floor. His knees are on the floor. So, which is it's brilliant to see, because that's like, okay, I got the ball. We can come on the. And transition here, so yeah, brilliant from him right now. It's another dink pass out, a very good pass out from the goalkeeper. Can't say give him enough superlatives now, so he'll probably do a mistake soon.
Well, so we've built him up that much now. I hope he doesn't make a mistake, because he's had a great first 32 minutes in a whole City jersey, been rather impressive. United though back on the ball with Harry Maguire. Santos just splitting the two centre-backs. Maguire looks to go long to the left-hand side. Can imagine that Shaw there. Nice first touch. His second one's heavy. Plays it back to Dorgu. Attack still alive. Drives into the penalty area, but drives into a tackle. Good tackle as well by Belumi. Santos. Shaw will go back to Evan. United are just so high in the Hull City half that if they make a mistake, Hull do have the pace to really make them pay. But when you're sitting in so deep as you're about to say, Hull, you will feel United will create one chance, or at least Red Devils will feel confident in that if tired legs are out there in the end. When you spoke about, I think Marcus Rashford is someone I'd be looking at, as you rightfully say, to come on. As you spoke about last season at Barcelona, 14 goals, 11 assists. So as you said, he had a very good season, and that spell at Aston Villa just never really got going, did he? But at Barcelona, he was a great option. I know they signed Anthony Gordon, and for Rashford, I mean, who wouldn't want to go to Barcelona permanently? But there's probably a bit of a chip on his shoulder as well, whether he stays at United or moves on, you'd have to say.
Yeah, obviously he sort of left a bit under a cloud. He sort of hit a brick wall at Man United. It didn't work for him, and it was probably the right thing for him to move on loan to Aston Villa and then on loan to Barcelona. And yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't sign him. But obviously Anthony Gordon has had a great World Cup as well, so he wanted to go to Barcelona. Patrick Dorgu with a yellow card now. That was a late challenge in midfield. It's like a 50-50 ball where he just got it completely wrong.
Yeah, and that's a yellow card, so probably not helping his case of being on the field, I would say too. I just think Dorgu is an attacking fullback. I don't think he's a young player and can develop. I'm not saying that, but when you do look at even bringing Xerxes on, putting Cunha on the left-hand side, he's had a full. You're thinking as well, as I say, full pre-season. That in Birmingham had a full pre-season. Fernandes and Cunha didn't have a full pre-season, so Rashford didn't have a full pre-season. So maybe Carrick is also looking and going, right, who's a player who can come on and really do something from the start? Tielemans picks it up, first time pass out to Birmingham on the right-hand side, gets the jets on. There's the former Brentford man. The space here for the Red Devils, but he needs some support. Takes it past his man, ball into the box looking for Cunha. Headed away only as far as Tielemans. I thought he might go for a strike there. Plays it out to Shaw on the left-hand side. Dinks one into the back post. And Birmingham with the spectacular deflected though off the back, I believe there, of Ajayi. So will be a corner. But that was good play from United.
Yeah, it's good play from Man United. Very good ball retention after the first clearance. And it's a cross to the far post. And he can head it there, and Burma, but he realised basically I can't get pace on the ball, so he went for the spectacular overhead kick, and it was a good acrobatics from Burma, but straight at the first defender, and now for a corner kick, which Burma will take.
Well, Casemiro scored 9 headed goals last season for the Red Devils. Of course, they will miss that massively, but they do have Harry Maguire in there. I can imagine he might be the target. Will be an in swinger from him. Burma puts it right on the goalkeeper. Excellent once again from Zalakis. Well, if you were to say his first 35 minutes, it might be 90. I'm not saying it won't be. You'd probably say, I know he hasn't scored, I would put him down maybe for player of the match so far.
Absolutely, and the calmness, he just collected the ball on the goal line, under pressure. But and he didn't dive for it, he just stepped 2 steps back and then just collected it. As I said, he's a giant, he's 6'4", so he's obviously not going to have a problem. But that's a cross in from Coyle.
It's a good delivery as well, looking for McBurney. Maguire will get to it first, only to the edge of the area as Slater wins it. Bellumi dinks it out to the left-hand side for Coyle. Another opportunity for a ball into the box. Nearly once again to McBurney. Those deliveries from the left and the right have been fantastic. As myself and Eric already spoke about, you're playing a back three, but let's be honest, when you do have the wing backs with delivery of those two, as Tielemans brings down, I believe that was Slater, possibly for the legs of the Belgian. Great play there from Regan Slater. And you've already spoke about the struggle with set pieces. The scored, of course, from a corner, did Hull. Now a dangerous free kick.
Yeah, it's a dangerous free kick. I think it was actually Bellumi there with a nutmeg on Tielemans. And Tielemans, he's close to a yellow card now. That's not his first foul of the day. And I think Man United, they need to go to almost like they need to get to half time now with just 1-0, or at least not conceding another, because that ball retention, how easy was a Hull to just pick up the ball after clearances from the defence. And this free kick, it's 5 yards directly out from the edge of the box on the left hand side. Perfect cross-com shot with the right footer.
So we've got Slater with the right boot, Bellumi with the left. Again, you'd imagine they will put this into the box. So we'll go for a striker goal to catch the goalkeeper off guard. It will be Slater, swings it in. It's ended up in the back of the nets. And Hull City have scored a second, and the man running away is Nobel Mendy. So 2 centre-backs have scored 2 goals from Hull from 2 set pieces. We've spoke about it, you said it, Eric, they've struggled from set pieces. It's a great delivery in from Regan Slater. Gets power, gets pace, just needs someone on the end of it. You couldn't make up a better first 38 minutes here for Hull City as A-League United 2-0.
It's incredible. It's a cross-come shot. If no one touches, it may still go into the back of the net. But Mendy, on his debut after his transfer from Vallecano, on the score sheet, he's the one that actually was drafted into this team today from the pre-season friendly. They decided to go for a back three. It's worked out, and it's a perfect header. And Man United, they're all over the place defensively from these crosses.
Well, it needs to be a massive comeback now, you'd have to say. I think, I know, you just said before the free kicking, you were spot on. Well, they will be crying out for half-time now, but 2-0 down, it's an awkward one now for United.
It's incredible. And considering the crosses from Hull, much more dangerous than the Man United crosses so far in the game. It's a bit of a delay for this goal to be given. I think Man United were asking for a handball. So obviously, if he touches the hand, it doesn't matter if it's handball, but it won't be given. But no, goal's given. I think I was just fooled by the late restart. Yeah,
we've seen pictures more of Michael Carrick. Of course, that's where the camera's going to pan to, and the fans, didn't we? So we're thinking he's a lengthy view here. Poor touch by Heaven. He gets himself out of jail there, though, as he wins it back. Hull, though, on him like a flash. The duo of Bellumi and McBurney. He looks so off the boil. A lot of the United players do. That's no offence to him, but he definitely looks off it. Tielemans brought down there by, I believe, Slater first, but almost a duo of Slater and Crooks. And as I said, as the second goal went in, we're approaching 40 minutes in. Warm welcome, unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary. Opening game of the Premier League season for these two sides. MKM hosting its first Premier League game in, as I say, close to 10 years. It's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. And if you ask Sergej Yekarovic, he will know it's a long way to go. He will understand that. But he couldn't have imagined that probably, even in his wildest dreams, a better first 40 minutes.
Yeah, and it's also it's a 2-0 lead, but it's not come from nothing. It's not that Man United have bombarded the goal. Man United have hardly created a chance. No clear-cut chance for Man United yet. I think that, but they're trying to go forward again now. But they're defensive. They're playing such a tight unit. The back three so far, the back. But now Slater gives some mistakes. It's a chance on the counter-attack. For Fernandes.
And Burma was brought down, but the referee will give advantage, and still the Red Devils will come forward. Santos picks it up. There's just no runners, and I mean, Hull at 1-0, I said they were going to sit back. At 2-0, they will sit back and just fight for their lives, and maybe again at least get into half-time and then change things. Perhaps Bellumi wins it just on the edge of his own area, looks to play it forward to Stroud. And now, at 1-0, you do feel that regardless of how much you defend and everything, that United will probably get an equaliser and then maybe push on. And that's what you always do feel with sides who sit back so much. 2-0, that's a lot for United. To even get 2-all, Hull could probably sit back for the rest of the game now.
Yeah, Hull could sit back, and at the moment, very comfortably. Man United, they're playing the ball now sort of at 30 yards, 40 yards from goal, back and forwards. It's so little creativity. There's no pace on the ball. What we need to see from a Man United point of view is you need the quick give and goes, the triangles, the combinations. It's not happening at the moment. And I think Tielemans, for me, has been disappointed because he's very slow on the ball. He seems to slow things down when he gets the ball. But that's the whole Man United team. So Hull City, well worthy of the lead so far.
They've been controlling possession, as you do say, but then it is also very slow at times. From the Red Devils, Tielemans out to Burma on the right side, gets the better of his man, ball into the box. Isn't a great one, cleared away by I believe that was Mendy at that time. Well, both Mendy and Ajayi, two centre backs with 2 goals. So we spoke about as well as a yellow card's been given here.
I think that was a foul on Fernandes, or
was it Burma?
Yeah,
Burma
against Burma, but Fernandes picked up the ball. So I think that's just when ball's out of play and then yellow card's given. Is it Slater or is it
that's
Stroud?
Sorry, I'm not too sure. They just blocked him off. I don't know if it was Giles, Stroud, that left-hand side for. Well, it was one of those players. Long throwing comes in, and Burma wants a push. It was never a push. It was just a coming together once again into the arms of Zalakis. Crooks is the man who picks up the yellow card. So. I mean, he's on a yellow card, Dorgu on a yellow card. You would say Crooks are in the centre of the pitch, not in trouble of a second yellow card, I'm not saying that, but someone who will be a lot involved and on a yellow card might be a worry.
Yeah, so that's obviously what Jakirovic would be thinking, especially if you need to concede yellow cards to win the game. That's part of the game to do a shirt pull and stop the game. You know, that's perfectly allowed as long as you're happy to take a yellow card. And obviously he can't do that now, so he might be substituted in the end of the game because of it. But so far, I don't think there's any worry either for Dorgu or Crooks with a second yellow to be given.
I can imagine at the moment. I know we spoke about United's bench and having options. I won't be surprised if Michael Carrick's making at least 1 or possibly even 2 changes at half-time. I've already seen a lot of the Red Devils players warming up. I know that's normal. I'm not saying that's out of the ordinary, but you can see that maybe they're thinking, right, what can we change here? Fernandes, right-hand side ball into the box. Not a great one, blocked away anyway, but you look at the options. Well, Dorgu, yes, was in there, but Cunha was on the edge. It's not like it was 2 or 3 players in there.
No, it's got to be the perfect cross. And obviously, if it's a perfect cross and a good run and the first touch to get Dorgu. But Dorgu, no disrespect to him, hasn't got the presence of McBurney in the box, has he? Or Man United haven't got a player like that.
Ball into the box for Dorgu, and right on the money there, Eric.
Yeah.
Yes, his header. He got underneath it, but you just felt even if it was going to get a better connection, it's always going wide.
He basically is on his own against 2 defenders. Jumps for the ball. It jumps too soon, but and then he's hanging in the air and just guides the ball where he came from towards the corner flag out for a goal kick. In the second half of Carrick, will he take off Heaven in the back? He struggled really, really badly. And maybe get a Martinez on is the reason why he's not playing is because of the World Cup. So whether he's fit enough, whether he's match fit, play, because he has struggled badly heading today.
You can even maybe move Luke Shaw there, bring a Diogo Dalot on as a full-back. I'm not too sure, but Evan does well to win a free kick there. Again, it's nothing against him. I think he is a very good young player. It is a tale-old story of an experienced physical forward latching onto a young defender and making it difficult for him.
And Hull City are very good when the ball goes over the top. Man United win the ball. They're very good at the first few seconds in the press. So if it's bad touch, then Hull City will win the ball back, and that happened a few times.
Here come United. We played 45 minutes, just waiting for confirmation of any stoppage time. Mazraoui swings one into the box once again. Not great delivery from one of the United forward players. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Tielemans swings one, and it's an awkward clearance from Mendy, but guess who comes out and claims it and gets a round of applause from the Hull City fans, rightfully so. Zalakis there, and again, I think as you said earlier, whether he's coming out to win it from a cross, whether it's playing out from the back, when you're a defender and your keeper gives you so much confidence, you almost feel you could not make a mistake, but you can be a little bit more confident in your play because you've got him behind you.
But that was excellent goal. He just come and caught the ball, because there's two. It was Dogu and a defender, and he clearly got the message across. This is my ball, and just collected it. So many times you see both players go for the ball instead of when there's a bit of lack of communication at the back.
Fernandes, United, as I said, 2 minutes of stoppage time. We played one, so maybe just trying to end the half with a chance and opportunity. At the moment, they're off in 2 down at the MKM Stadium. Paul pass out, Cunha will pick it up. He needs to get more involved. Into Fernandes, it opens up for him. He goes for a curling effort, takes a block. That could have gone anywhere. It goes to the left-hand side. For a moment, I thought Zalakis had gone to his left and it was going to end up in the back of his
head. The optical illusion there, because it looked like it was leading to his left, trying to just curl it into the far corner, and Zalakis was wrong-footed, but it's a good block in the end, and throw-in taken, and Man United in attack again.
Yeah, they don't have too much time left, though. Tielemans is twisting and turning about halfway into the whole half. The Tigers just trying to get into half-time, and well, what a half-time it will be. What a big team talk it'll be for Michael Carrick, because at the moment they're off 2-0 down into the break. I don't think that's going to change from this attack. Great play in the middle there to win the ball, out for a throw-in, and Darren England will blow for half-time. Well, blows for half-time as the referees have blown the Red Devils away here. Have the Tigers. Goals from Ajayi and Mendy mean that half-time there is a mountain for the Red Devils to climb. At half-time at the MKA Stadium, it is Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Jaggi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils. Manchester United, they lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakorovic's side. Both are from set pieces. A lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lemens. And following up there was Jaggi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy. It is the Tigers, Hull City, that are mauling the Red Devils, Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergei Yakorovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to goals from Ajayi and Mendy, it is the Tigers Hull City that are mauling the Red Devils Manchester United. They lead 2-0 at half-time. An impressive first half from Sergej Jakirovic's side. Both from set pieces, a lovely in-swing, and McBurney forced a great save out of Lamens. And following up there was Ajayi. Another set piece, the undoing of the Red Devils. Slater onto the head of Mendy. As half-time, it's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. And it is a warm welcome back to unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary for the action from the MKM Stadium. And what a shock we've got in for ourselves at the moment. It's Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Goals in the first half. The Tigers, they ran absolute rampant against the Red Devils. Ajayi and Mendy both from set pieces, giving Hull the lead. And well, it's definitely more than deserved. It's not been two fluke set-piece goals, counter-attacks against a run of play or anything like that you'd expect. Hull have more than deserved the lead. United are struggling in that first 45 minutes. They have made a change though. Yellow-carded Patrick Dorgu is off, and maybe a man revitalised. We'll have to wait and see. Marcus Rashford, a new number for the Red Devil winger, formerly number 10 for Manchester United, wore 14 at Barcelona. Well, he's got number 9 on his back now. Looks like he will play off the left-hand side. So no changes to the formation or tactics, just personnel. But here come Hull early on in the second half. Giles, lovely ball into the back stick. Shaw has to deal with it, and it's straight up into the air. And Lamens will come and claim. Hull are exactly how they are. We'll bring you the lineups in just a few moments. It's myself, Lewis Rafter. I'm joined by Eric Staniez, taking you through all the action here here at the MKM in the second half. And United, well, it needs to be better. You said it in the first half. It's not like Hull scored 2 fluke goals, as I say. They're more than deserved. United struggled from multiple set pieces. They never really got going. Fernandes has struggled. Cunha's struggled. You said they lack that real focus up top as Hull do. They've got to be much better, but if Hull continue how they did, Zalakis as well, maybe our player of the match, United are going to struggle. They've got to be on their A game.
They've got to be on the radar, but already in the second half, they lost the ball. I think Mascherano on the right hand side, and Hull City were on the counter, and so easy for Hull to win that second ball and to have space to attack. I see very little change. It's only 2 minutes, so it's too early to sort of analyse too much in the second half. But obviously Rashford looks like he's gone straight out on the left hand side where Dorgu played, so he will obviously come into the box when they play out on the right, but it's not gone up in the number 9 position.
No, we wondered maybe if Cunha go to the left and Rashford up top, but at the moment, as you rightfully say, it's Rashford off the left, Cunha almost as that false 9. Here come United, ball into the box. In Mbeumo goes for a strike. Might have even come off of Cunha there, who forces the offside. Maybe Mbeumo himself might have been offside. Anyway, that's signs of life maybe from United, I'd say, but Hull with that almost a back 7, maybe possibly back 9, whatever you like to look at it, will force United into struggles.
Yeah, and basically this time, they was it Rashford? Actually, Cunha who stopped the shot towards goal in an offside position. But yeah, when they defend deep, they are very, very compact at the back. Hull City, there's no panic, and they're quite happy for Man United to pass it around 25 yards and to go down the flank to the corner flags. So far, Man United, I think, have been a single cross, barring maybe one from Luke Shaw in the first half, that they actually come at pace on the transition to get the crosses. Very comfortable when basically in open play, but when the defence is set.
Yeah, it was that one where it ended up with Mbeumo with that shot, wasn't it? Which was Zalakis, as I said at the start of the second half. I think mine and Eric's player of the match. I know the 2 goals have come from centre backs, and Hull have put some great performances in. Here comes Rashford on his first real foray into the half. He's brought down there by Louis Coyle. I thought it was well defended at first by the wing back, but it will force a set piece. And what I was speaking to one of my colleagues at half time, Xerxes, I know he's not this target man McBurney-esque, but I thought he'd bring one because at least he brings some height. He brings 6'4" and some, because from set pieces, defending and attacking, first of all, defending they've been poor, but attacking them, you're really looking at, unless it falls for Harry Maguire from this free kick, it's been taken by Shaw, looking for aid in heaven, cleared away in the end, and I think Charles is going to lump this upfield. No, he isn't, but Tielemans going to intercept it nicely. But you're just basically looking for Maguire, and if it doesn't fall for him, it's you need it to be, as you said about Fernandes' ball earlier, it's got to be right on the money. Ball forward here for Maguire, pulls it back, might be offside, might be a set piece, we'll wait and see. But as you said, unless it falls for Harry Maguire, it's got to be perfect. Yeah,
it's got to be perfect. And Maguire, from the free kick, he's not actually stood up in a attacking position, probably offside. I'm not sure if it's given. If it's been a goal, I think for sure it would have been given offside. And I think he got away with that, not scoring, because there's a corner kick. That was just it was a marginal call anyway, so it's no mistake from the referee really, and the corner kick is just cleared again. Poor corners from Man United.
The deliveries have been really poor. That was an in-swinger from Mbeumo. They've still got a chance here though. Tielemans swings one into the box, looking for Maguire, nodded into a dangerous area, but again, so many defenders now for Hull United. They had a problem at 0-0, at 1-0, now at 2-0, even more. Cunha, that's a good looking ball into the box, but no one making a run to the front post. It's well dealt with by Egan, all this and that, and it's a good ball, but if you haven't got anyone in the way, Fernandes is going to swing one into the box. Evans' header gets underneath and goes wide. And what I will say is, if you were to say to Hull that United are going to try and put crosses in with no one above 6'2", bar Maguire and Heaven in the squad, with the 3 centre-backs they've got, with McBurney, with Crooks, with all that, they will love this second half.
Yeah, so they will, and at the moment Man United, they play a bit more urgency. There's a bit they're quicker. They took a throw in very quick and another cross, but it's like it's percentage crosses into the box. It's not that they have anyone free at the far post. They're trying to find, so it's against established defence, which have been very good for Hull City so far. But obviously it's 6 minutes. Man United are dominating. They are not seen much from Hull City going forward in the second half, and now it's a ball over the top, but Solakis reads the game and picks it up right in front of Rashford at the edge of the box.
Yeah, I think that's a great ball, as you say, but that's just great goalkeeping, isn't it? Alert and alive to the danger it was, the goalkeeper. And I mean, I fear that unfortunately, and this is no offence to Zalakis, he's been absolutely fantastic. I don't know how he gets even better than the first half. As I say, I don't want him to make any mistakes, but that first half was excellent, and he's only continued. As we said, £20 million. It's, well, in this day and age, maybe he's a little bit on the cheaper side, but for Hull City, it's for a team coming up from the Championship who haven't spent a lot. It is a big purchase, but quite clearly, maybe, as you said, maybe it's something that Jakurovic said, right, there's one position I want, goalkeeper is what I need.
Yeah, and he's basically he's a sort of modern day goalkeeper, as we've seen before, and in the pre-season friendly. So far, he's delivered, but again, it's a long ball over the top. Goalkeeper is on the 18-yard line. Reads the game, let it bounce, and it's out for a goal kick. So obviously he's very happy to take a goal kick instead of picking it up.
Yeah, as we said, he's 6'4". He's all of that 6'4", but also he's. Whenever I think of a 6'4" and above goalkeeper, maybe think of someone that's not as mobile. He's not as good as a great shot stopper, for example, but can't play out with the feet. He isn't an alert sweeper keeper, but my word, Zalaki's proven us wrong this afternoon. I mean, Eric told me coming into the game he had a great pre-season and was hyped up by a lot of Hull fans, but, and this is no offence to anyone, but it's pre-season. How many pre-seasons have you seen someone have good and then the season gets going and you go, that's not what I expected. I'll bring Eric in a moment, as in Burmu has it down the right-hand side, needs some support, back to the edge of the area for Fernandez, lets it roll, expecting someone there. Well, Tielemans was next to him. That's where Tielemans should be, and again, that's a new signing coming in. Is that something that I don't want to say, I said it in the first half, is that something though that you get a few weeks under your belt, you work out that? Yeah,
hopefully for Man United's sake, because that's the second time today that Fernandez have just jumped over the ball. Tielemans not on the ball at all, and they lost possession. Hull had a chance on a counter there, but it's a poor ball from left to right there from Giles. But Hull City win the ball again now and just boots it out from the goalkeeper. So yeah, Man United had a bit of momentum. It sort of petered out into a bit more of the same as in the first half. Maguire now on a bit of a run on the right. Poor ball in the middle.
He fizzes it into the chest of Fernandez, who rightfully takes a heavy touch. Santos then loses the ball to McBurney. Here come all on a counter. There is so much space. Great timed interception there from Luke Shaw. If not, I believe it was Louis Coyle. He was flying through United. They're throwing bodies forwards, but then they're leaving. When you do this, you need to almost be you need to be 2 or 3 up, don't you? Because there's so much space leaving them behind.
And they're giving the ball away again, this time Tielemans. This is terrible for Man United. But as you said, if that pass hadn't been intercepted, Louis Coyle would have been 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Here comes Marcus Rashford down the left-hand side. On overlapping, Shaw uses him. Can he find a ball into the box? It's poked away for a corner. And that's what, I mean, we've probably seen that for close to 10 years with Rashford and Shaw. Rashford coming inside and overlapping Shaw. That's what Rashford will like, because he will be used to Shaw overlapping him.
Yeah, but that was decent. It's one of the best quick moves from Man United all game. And got a corner kick. Fernandez from the right-hand side, from the left-hand side. A bit in-swinger from him. Looks like Rashford and Cunha in front of the goalkeeper. Let's see if they've got anything to bother the big Greek in goal.
Yeah, let's see. Again, he claimed a great cross as well earlier, didn't he, in the first half from a corner. So how many times have you seen a corner whipped in on the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper make a mess of it? It's into the box, cleared away by the duo of Slater and Coyle. The attack is still on, and Burmu will float one out to the left-hand side. So poor, he's been really poor as the former Brentford man. Well, Fernandez loses it too easily, too weak in the challenge there. Baluma picks it up, dinks it over the top. Crooks is 1-on-1. Lamens comes out, had to take that risk. But it's just, and Tielemans has been poor in the tackle, and Burmu has been very poor. Fernandez there. It's almost just these. I mean, that's too easy as well, over the top.
It's basically a Man United play, a really highlight, no pressure on the ball whatsoever. Very good goalkeeper by Lammers to actually come out and claim it, because that was, again, it was a 1-on-1 with a keeper with no one charging you down. He would have a free run towards goal without, if that's been the case. And that's just by giving the ball in midfield. It's something's really wrong with this Man United game. I think they just need a goal or get the confidence back in the team, because at the moment I think Hull City are very happy with the first 11-12 minutes of the second half.
Ball over the top once again. Fernandes picking up Rashford. Might have been offside, I'm not too sure. But regardless, Zalakis was there anyway. So I think the modern goalkeeper is very what Zalakis is. Coming out what Lamens just did on the other end, coming out and clearing his lines. But if you are United, you've almost got to say, great ball by Bruno Fernandes, great run from Rashford. But the more we do that, the keeper's there anyway. So we have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's. I think for Man United, basically, there's no much room behind the back four, so it has to be the perfect pass. That was overhit because it goes into the goalkeeper. Talking 10-15 yards where the ball needs to land and almost drop with no pace on it for it to be attacked by the runners. So far, Hull City very comfortable. No real chances in the second half for Man United. Quite a few crosses into the box, but I think. Well, from Man United, from Hull City's point of view, if they concede one, they give the ball in the midfield. Just to interrupt myself, they win the ball back, and Masrao on the right.
He will look to put a ball into the box, so he won't. Fakes it on his left now, puts the ball into the box. Poor delivery off his left. Once again, though, touch from Maguire. He's almost driving the team forward on his own. To the left-hand side, Cunha looks to cut inside, a one-on-one with his full-back, pulls it back to Rashford, edge of the area, fakes it, needs to be better. Crooks is there. This Hull City side at the moment just want it more than Manchester United. Fernandes looks for a ball to the left-hand side. It will reach Rashford. Too slow this is. Rashford swings it in. Again, poor cross, but regardless, no one was in there anyway for a delivery. Heaven, poor touch. McBurney will win it. Keeps it in play as well. No one's reacted to it. Here come Hull on a possible counter-attack. McBurney's driving through the middle. You'd think, is it McBurney or Messi with that player there? Down the left-hand side to Giles. He'll play it through centrally. Too much on it. Great idea. It was well defended in the end, I do have to say. But, and this is no offence to Hull, but if you would have said they look like a European challenging side here, they look so good, and I think they are putting their all into this. But I just think this United side are letting Hull run all over.
They certainly are, and Hull basically, Hull's got the urgency, and that's a shot from distance straight to the goalkeeper. Hull will take that all day long, a shot from 30 yards from Fernandes. But McBurney, the way he won the ball from Heaven, he stops, and I think it's going out for a throw-in, but it never went out for a throw-in. McBurney, as I said, he's like Oliver McMessi there when he was just dancing around past from left to right in midfield. Beautiful pass out to Giles on the left. Put a pass into the back, into the penalty area, which was cleared by the goalkeeper. But Man United come back now. Terrible play on the left. So 15 minutes played in the second half. Hull City would have taken this all day long for their team talk. If you can just keep Man United quiet, and I think they're starting to believe now.
Yeah, 100%. I thought United would come out flying out of the traps in the second half, be a bit more up for it. If anything, they've been so poor, and I know a lot of questions as we approach an hour in. It is still Hull City 2, Manchester United 0, unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from the MKM. I know a lot of questions will fall at the feet of Michael Carrick, but this is a performance I look at and say, I just think the players have not turned up so far this afternoon. Forward to come, the ball put forward looking for Rashford. That was the one time that if that ball was on the money, Zalakis was on his heels, then there might have been a chance for Rashford.
And it's basically he's 30-40 yards out, and he basically needs to it's just about overhits it. I think Rashford stops his run because he's just about to go into an offside position, so therefore he's on he's backpedaling a bit when he goes towards the ball. But it's one of those, might have been offside, might have not been, but very good goalkeeping in the end to just stand and claim it.
It was an opportunity, you would have to say, and again, like I said, this is just from my point of view. I just think United, again, tactic-wise, yes, Carrick hasn't really got it right this afternoon, but my word, the players do not look up for it. A manager can't be on the pitch for them. I think they've been so poor, and you've got to question the players sometimes. Coyle, lovely ball from right to left. It'll be picked out to Stroud, back to Giles, who, as Eric pointed out, Giles and Coyle have put in some great deliveries. Once again, no one there, but I thought that was he was into a good area. It was a good delivery back to Giles, who will put a delivery in. That one not as good, but it's once again that we've said about United, they haven't got bodies in the box, and they've they've been bad deliveries. But if United would have been putting good deliveries in, would at least say, okay, get someone in there, they get on the end of it. They've been so poor in, I just think, all areas of the Red Devils.
Yeah, and I looked at those crosses, the 2 crosses from Giants. They weren't the best crosses, easily cleared. But not a single Man United player went for the second ball, and therefore the game they just recycled the ball. And the poor pass in the middle again. They give the ball away. This is an awful play by Man United. Something they just need to get the urgency on. They almost need a good old goalkeeper going down, which is not allowed anymore. For a tactical play, they need to stop and play because they need a huddle or something.
Bellumi down the right hand side will go for goal. A curling effort just over the bar. And it's like you said as well when it summed it up there, very similar to when McBurney kept the ball in play. Heaven, Rashford and Tielemans all had their arms out and looking at the referee instead of just getting on with it and maybe talking to the referee. The same happened there. Santos thought it was fouled. There might be a bit of trouble here for Mendy. He's gone down. It looks like maybe he might have pulled something. I'm not too sure. But similar to there, Santos thought it was bumped into. Okay, you might feel that, but every Man United player stopped. It wasn't just Santos stayed or Shaw stopped, Rashford stopped, and then Coyle got on the ball, Slater got on the ball. As you said, these second balls and reacting to it, Hull are 10 times what United have been.
Yeah, when there's a 50-50, Hull will win it. And Man United, looking at the referee, it's like the body language is completely wrong. But looking at Mendy there, I think this is probably his last minutes of the game. He scored a goal in his debut, and with a fantastic header from free kick from the left-hand side. He was limping a bit, and I think it might be cramped, but still, it looks like he will go off. Mendy's actually slotted into the team now, and seems actually coming on for Hull City. It's I wonder if is it Lucas Harrington who's coming on, or on the it's the youngster bought from Colorado Rapids, 18-year-old, also centre half. So they're playing both their centre half signed before the season, so like for like. But that's a big game for Harrington. No one expected him to start this game, but 18-year-old, about 11 million pound, I think.
Well, it does be about 13 million, give or take, is what they're saying. Obviously, varies, doesn't it? Does a feast. But I was about to say they've lost a bit of height with Mendy going off. I know Harrington's only 18. He's 6'4", so they're actually bringing a more height on. Looks like as well. I don't know if this is a double substitution or not. So for blocks, I don't know if it'll count because McNair's coming on for Ajayi as well.
This is good news for Man United. But Ajayi, both 2 of the centre halves are being substituted off now. Ajayi, it was always playing today because it was always all the talk was that Egan would give way for if it was a back 2. So maybe this is a chance for Man United with a bit of a rusty back 4, back 3.
McNair, of course, did play for United. Came through the academy, made 27 appearances from 2014 to 2016. So it'll be impressive to see. Does he have a bit of a point to prove? Usually, a lot of players do, don't they, against the former side. So it'll be interesting to see what he'll bring. Again, 2 centre-backs going off at the same time, though. I'm sure that'll be something Hull will not have wanted, is what I will say. That's
definitely a worry, because they've been so good at the back. So obviously Harrington, totally new to the Premier League. McNair obviously has got all the routine. He played many a season for Sunderland as well. So he's this is a chance for Man United. If I were Carrick now, let's try and exploit this.
So we played under Michael Carrick as well at Middlesbrough, so he does have a history. As you rightfully said, he had a stint at Sunderland, then went to Borough, San Diego FC and West Brom. Here come United, 1-2, ball into the box, strike is saved. But once again, I think that's the first bit of pace I've seen in the attack in the second half from the Red Devils. Time definitely becoming the enemy, you'd have to say. 65 minutes in, 2-0 down. I think even looking at a 2-2 draw, especially with what they've given, is not something that they're really showing here. Mazraoui swings one into the box. Not the worst delivery, but when you've got 3 central defenders, it's got to be on the money. Does the delivery. Santos dropping deep, and Heaven picks it up out to Shaw. They are moving it around with a bit more intent, the Red Devils. Rashford, though, as I say, that does slow it down to a degree. Shaw head up looking for Fernandez. He's trying to get that one-touch passing going. Poor pass from Shaw to Cunha. Hold it up on that left-hand side just for a moment. Tielemans, one of the most forward players. Shaw, that's a good ball into the box. Mazraoui there at the back post. Sliced it wide, Orta stretching for it. But that's, since Shaw's delivery in the first half, that's the best one. That was, to me, screaming out for someone to come on and put that in the back of the net. 2 changes coming up for United, and I think these ones are going to be important ones.
Absolutely, and that was a good whipped cross into the box. Mazraoui just couldn't get enough behind Giles to actually get it on target. But decent from Man United. So Dalot's come on, I believe, for Man United, and it's Maino as well.
It looks to be
Sesko and Maino.
Yes, so
not Dalot.
So possibly, I'm going to assume that Maino, looking at the 11, it's basically going to be very much attack for United, because Maino and Fernandez possibly as the 2 sitters, if you will. Forward 4 of Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko with Rashford as well. So it looks like Fernandez, as I say, Fernandez, Maino as a 2 central midfielders, Mbeumo off the right, let's say Rashford off the left with Cunha and Sesko as a top 2. Yeah,
it looks like that, and obviously there's Tielemans and Santos going off, the 2 signings, but not a cross from for Hull City into the box, and the second ball that was won by Hull. Again, a nearly chance for Hull City.
Yeah, so we've spoken about it time and time again. So second balls, isn't it? They're just not winning. But what does Sesko? He's not, as we said, he is fit in the sense of he's not like he's unfit in terms of his actual fitness. He's football fitness, so he hasn't had a game in pre-season, so he's not probably fully prepared for this game. We're just getting a stoppage, and it's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Apologies, I thought the referee was off the VAR for a second. It's Louis Coyle who is down on his haunches, and maybe what United might be relying on a little bit here is Hull have put so much into this 68 minutes we're just over now. Tired legs, if the subs come on and don't go into the game, that United may be able to, in those last few moments, take advantage of that.
Yeah, we talked about it just at the start of the game. The quality of the bench for both teams is... obviously Man United get Kobe Maino on, Rashford on. They are international players. Sesko is arguably their only proper number 9 player in the squad at the moment for Man United. So if Sesko is fit, if he's match fit, if he's got a physique to do it today, that's why he's not been playing lately. So it's maybe 25 minutes to go, 26. 7 minutes to go with injury time. Louis Coyle is just down injured still. This is again with Hull City. If he has to be subbed off, you're looking at maybe Matt Target coming on for Hull City. It's Liam Miller is on the line trying to. Looks like I suppose he could go into that position, Liam Miller, as a more defensive, but normally in his normal position.
Yeah, I do I do say this once. I've seen Matt Crooks play as a right wing back, so possibly he could play there. Maybe a Stroud goes more centrally where Crooks was, as Miller comes on the Canadian international. Well, he's definitely going off because he's handed the referee the captain's armband. It's been given to another Hull City player, but. Unfortunately, again, Ajayi for McNair, we're not sure if that was an injury or just a change. Mendy's gone off with an injury. Yeah. Coyle, maybe again, fitness, we're not too sure, but he's going to come off. And that was Elliot Stroud as well, it's come off. So it's going to be another double change for Hull. So Coyle and Stroud are the 2 players leaving the field of play. I'm just waiting for a full confirmation of who's coming on. I do say it was Liam Miller, just waiting for the second names of Drama and Miller coming on. And my biggest question now is, when the change for Harrington and Mendy was made, that was a change, and then McNair came on for Ajayi. My question is, and I'm not too sure because I haven't got official confirmation of it, was that 2 changes at once? So the block, so they might have lost a substitution if that wasn't a block.
Well, I think they only got one left anyway.
Yes, so they've got one left, but they might not be able to use that, of course, if they didn't make that change at the same
right,
time.
I see what you mean. I think obviously I think they got 3 blocks. So
yes, so
that must have been surely Hull City they can't do a mistake like that. But yeah, that's a good point. But going forward at Man United with Rashford on the left.
Yeah, looking with the new number 9. He's brought down there well, though, by Drama. I thought, again, Rashford, though, he's asking for a foul. You've just got to get up and play on. Paul out to the left hand. Well, you would say as well, Miller and Drama will bring a lot of legs in those counter-attacking opportunities as well for the Tigers. Fernandez, one of the deepest players now, you'd have to say, pokes it out to Shaw. Can he find a ball into the box? He can at the back, sticks in. Bermu was lurking. Nothing comes of it, though. Headed back by Mazraoui. Menu, as I said earlier, didn't get any minutes, of course, out of the World Cup. Shaw, ball into the box, looking for Sesko. And that is very silly there from Mazraoui. Miller gets his body in the way. Mazraoui brings him down. Thought the Moroccans being poor as well this afternoon on that right hand side, and he brings him down, and Miller knew exactly what they were doing there, because just now they can take a breather, they can get players up the field. Zolis will probably play this long to McBurney and maybe even fashion out a chance. Yeah,
72 minutes now, and they're as comfortable as they've been all game. Hull City, looking at those two substitutions on it looks like it's 64. It looks like it's been 2 blocks, but it did happen a bit apart, but I don't think the game was being started in between, because that would be a big tactical mistake by the technical team for Hull City if they miss the substitution, because they're going to need another substitution in the last easily 20, say 6-7 minutes of injury time. So while Hull City go forward on the attack with Giles again.
He pulls it back, looking for Balloumi. He takes a touch back to McBurney on the edge of the area, to the right hand side to Drama. He will go for goal, and he's just wide. Maybe drags it slightly. No one closed him down. I thought he might loop a ball back into the box. Instead, he takes a nice first touch. It's a little bit wider than I thought. I thought it maybe even kissed the outside of the post there. Sally Lamens would have been nowhere near it, though, if it was in the bottom corner.
It's a great attack. Good holder play by McBurney. Receives it in the middle. Just lace it out off for Drama with a shot from to the far corner from tight angle. But as I said, Lammers wouldn't have had that ball if it was inside the post. It goes at half a yard out, but it only needs to be a percentage further in the pitch to actually go inside the post because of the angle. So yeah, again, chance for Hull City, and it's still very deserved lead for Hull City. My worry for Hull is basically if they concede one, then quite often the panic starts, because then you've got something really to defend.
Rashford on that left-hand side, couple of fakes, plays it back to Fernandez. He'll look to swing one into the back post. Too much on it. Target, of course, was Cunha and Sesko in the area there. Too much on it, though, from Fernandez. And that's the one where you go, you know what, you had a bit of space there. No one closed you down. Good play from Rashford to take 2 players away. You had the chance to take a touch and swing one in. That's got to be a better delivery for me.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a halfway shot, halfway cross. It looked like, for me, when it was hitting the ball, that this was a shot on goal. But I think it was just a poor cross. Solakis just saw it out, but now it's Giles going forward for Hull City with a shot just outside the box. Getting a lot of space, Hull going forward now. It's a very open game.
It feels as well that United, as you spoke about, playing that such a high line, and there's no one there, but then it feels like there's no one in attacking positions either. I think it's because United are very slow. I thought on the Carrick last year they were very quick in transition. I think they look so slow. Credit to Hull, that I think they're slowing the transition down. They are coming forward with Fernandez, but they've looked out of ideas, have United this afternoon for me. Credit to Hull. I think Hull have been absolutely fantastic. I don't think they could have played a better game. Here come United, though, with Mazraoui out to Mbermu. Right hand side, he wants to come back in on his left, goes for a curling effort, always going over. And as I said, I think I said this earlier, goal kick coming up for Hull City, 75 minutes on the clock. Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. But again, it will fall at the head of Michael Carrick getting certain things wrong. But as you said about just winning second balls, I think this is a game where you also have to look and go, I just do not think the players were good enough this evening, this afternoon.
The players haven't got like energy-wise. You're looking at the Hull City players, just they're out from the starting block for every ball. And when Hull City cleared the ball from the poor clearance now from Solakis, first thing he's done bad. Now, when they clear the ball, they give it back to Man United on purpose. So it's not, and they are in a position to defend another cross. But yeah, the 50-50 is won by Hull, and Yeah, and Burma's shot there, he created space for himself. At least it was actually a room for a shot. It's a poor shot, but so far no saves in the second half from Salakis.
No, he's been very poor from United in the second half. We've got the ball on the right hand side. Mazraoui pokes it into Cunha, heavy touch. It wasn't a great pass into him, to be quite honest. Back to the Moroccan, swings the ball into the box, which takes a deflection off of about 3 players. Cleared away Mainu, he's the deepest player back alongside Heaven. Maguire's almost playing as a striker at the moment at the back sticks. Fernandez will look to pick out Rashford. He might be offside, nods it down for Maguire, still in the penalty area. Linesman's flag hasn't gone up just yet. Shaw. Ball into the box is blocked away by Bellumi, and the flag has now gone up. Once again, Rashford went way too early.
Well, we could see it, both of us. It's like because of the VAR rules, you have to once the goal scoring opportunity has gone, or a certain amount of minutes, then he could blow the whistle, because that was a clear offside against Rashford. It's both poor from Rashford and from Mazraoui, I think, with the cross, because you got to have the vision to see, oh, he's gone too early, I'm not going to pass it.
It will be Zalakis to take the free kick, plays it forward. Mainu wins the header, nodded on by Sesko into Cunha. Now there's an attack on Cunha, plays it forward for Mbeumo, good first touch, goes for a strike at goal. It's saved well by Zalakis there. Mbeumo did well because he got in the area where if McNair brings him down, it's going to be a penalty or at least a red card if it might have been a free kick just outside the area. That is much better from United. But Zalakis standing tall once again. Yeah,
it's a great save by Zalakis, but that's the first time Man United actually on the transition. Great ball by Cunha. That's a great chance. He must do better. He should do better there. I think he'd think that he can just pass it into the net there, so there's no pace on the ball. Great save out for a corner kick. Maybe Man United have started something now.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit of momentum, and Burmu will take the in-swing corner to the back post. Maguire puts it back into a dangerous area. Cunha's there. It's a battle for the ball. Hooked away by Giles, and Burmu's asking for something. A couple of the United players are. If it would have been a penalty, that'd be very soft, at least from what we saw. That might be a bit of desperation as well from the players, just asking for something. This is much better from United, but there is 78.5 minutes on the clock, so to get 2 goals, look, we've seen crazy things happen in football, of course, so who knows. Of course, Marcus Rashford, I believe it was August 2016, it was the last home game that Hull hosted in the league against United. Marcus Rashford scored a stoppage time winner to win 2-1. I remember watching that, so maybe history could repeat itself with a stoppage time Rashford goal. Here come United down the left with Shaw, plays it down the byline to Maguire. He's the one you want in the box, getting on the end of it. Cross comes in, blocked away only as far back as Shaw, but Dramer gives him absolutely no chance. He's on him like an absolute rash. Throw-in is taken, but there's going to be a substitution. It's going to be a double for United. Delors and Lacey, Shea Lacey, are going to come on. Mazraoui, who for me I think has been pretty poor on that right hand side. I think he's a very good technical player, is Mazraoui, but I think Delors was a bit more in attacking areas, and Shea Lacey for Mateus Cunha, who just hasn't got going this afternoon. And well, the youngsters highly raved about at Carrington, and big opportunity for him.
Absolutely, his academy product is Man United through and through, you call it, since he's come through the ranks, and it's great to see actually players that actually get a game when for the bigger clubs, because it's so difficult for academy players to get play for the first team. But yeah, and then you've got Dalot coming on. It looks like Harry Maguire now is basically, I think he's back in the centre half position right now, but he was up for he's the number 9 position for quite some time, and he's looking to go forward every time there's a cross into the box. I think Maguire is looking to get into the box. Just to say that, he's get back to his position. Terrible pass across there, and then Miller goes on the counter-attack.
He's found space and he's taken it away from Delors. Mistake from Mainu and Delors. Miller into the box, cuts it back. It's a poor cross into the penalty area, snuffed out by Maguire, rolls it into Mbeumo. That was a poor pass and poor read of the play from Mbeumo. Maybe Lacey will go a bit central. He tries to swing the ball from right to left. It's a floated one, but it will find Shaw, who's got space to drive into now. Left hand side to Rashford. Can he create something? Swings one in, looking for Sesko, just over his head, and it's out of play. Did it take a nick off of Sesko, off of a Hull City player? from Sesko's reaction. I do believe it will be a corner kick just because he's stood in the penalty area still, so it could have come off of Egan possibly, but that was a good delivery from Rashford.
Very good delivery into the box. It's a whipped cross, and it's Sesko's nowhere near it, but I think it's out for a corner McNair, and there's a ball into the box again. It could have been a chance, but it's cleared away by Hull. Man United, I think for the first time, there's a bit of urgency. We can look at Man United now to win the ball back, and another cross from Fernandes now.
Fernandes will swing one in, but guess who comes and claims? You know what, if Sesko gets there first, the keeper looks a little bit silly because he puts it into the back of an empty net, does the former Leipzig forward. But Zolis, as you said, and it was one kick in 82 minutes was played almost here at the MKM Stadium. He's made one mistake. That was the clearance that was poor that they just put out of play. But that is his one and only mistake so far. Yeah,
that's but it was a mistake, but it's still a clearance. It wasn't a giveaway. But yes, it really, looking at Salah, it just looks so similar to Edwin van der Sar.
Yes,
it's the whole. I think he's a better footballer than van der Sar was, but just the presence. He is obviously a giant, and obviously Man United fans would know him very well.
I mean, you said earlier he's. I'm sure if a Pep Guardiola, as you mentioned earlier, is watching, he'd probably go, I wish I would have had you at Manchester City or a player. To say he's the height of a Gianluigi Donnarumma, he plays like an Ederson. Down the left-hand side, here come the Red Devils. Shaw loses out. Good defending once again by Bellumi, that is at the back, alongside Drama as well. They'll clear it away, only as far as Maguire, who wins it. Lacey looks for a hooked reverse pass over the top. McNair and Egan are there to get rid of it in the end. And they will put it out for a throw-in on that right-hand side. As Eric did say, though, there's a bit more urgency about United, but still, just about 7 minutes left of the 90. There hasn't been too many stoppages, so apart from the substitutions, any time minutes and stoppage time, I don't think there's going to be too many. Rashford on the left looks to take it past his man. It's well defended, but he will get past him. Cuts back inside on his right boot, still going into the penalty area. Cuts it back to Mainu, goes for a strike. Blocked away by Crooks. Mainu still battling for the ball. That was really good from Rashford. I feel as well that possibly if he would have gone down, because I believe it was Drama almost used his body to keep defending.
It was like diving in front of the run. It might have been outside the box. I'm not sure, but but Rashford did well to keep the ball in play and create a chance for Maynard. Wrong choice for Maynard to have a shot there, because there was no space for it to get it through the first press there. So it's just a shot from the. Just hopeful shot to go through goal instead of actually looking at the gap when you should have shot. They're going forward now with Maguire just inside the box.
Down the right hand side, tricky feet from the big man, strike at goal. Saved well at Solakis, you would expect him to. Will sting his palms for sure, but good strike in the end from Harry Maguire. I just feel this United side again, they're just a little bit too slow with it. They need to, again, as you said, that tempo, that intensity, that intent. We'll say so. Zalakis has booted it long. The referee, I do believe, has said he's taken too long on the ball here because he has stopped play.
Is he giving a corner kick?
I think
or it's either that or a free kick to Zalakis for the someone's trying to stop him with a goal kick.
We are just watching it. The substitution, my apologies, they're going to make a substitution. Yeah. Matt Targett's come on, so I don't know if it's Hull wanting to make it maybe a bit later than we were expecting. So Matt Targett will be coming off. Just waiting to see who came off there for the Tigers. It will be Giles. That's like for like.
Yeah, like for like. Targett played for Middlesbrough last season. Made a step up to the team. He was actually the team he lost to in the playoff final. But yeah, I think actually it was a free kick to Solakis because it's because of the challenge when he tried to boot the ball out. You're not allowed to go in front of the goalkeeper when he tries to boot the ball out from his hands.
So just as United out on the ball. Quick update in the Championship. Millwall are 3-0 up against Norwich. Lincoln 3-1 down. Portsmouth lead the newly promoted side. Birmingham are 2-1 down at home to Bristol City. In League 2, it's Luton 2, Notts County 2. Goalless between Doncaster and Barnsley. A fantastic 6-goal thriller at the moment. Bristol Rovers 4, Newport 2. Chesterfield still leading Salford 1-0 away from home, and it's goalless between Walsall and Grimsby. Ball into the box. It's coolly dealt with there by Target. Must have got a shout to just chest it down to me. And Hull at the moment, What's more impressive to me as well is, well, first of all, the 2-0 score, but it's that nil. They've kept United out so far as well.
And it's not like United are looking to actually get... They're not looking to score. They could have scored with all the possession and the crosses, but very few really great chances. And Burma with probably the two best chances for Man United. But yeah, the target very calm after coming in there and reading the game. And now's the chance for Rashford.
Back to Maguire, pokes it forward for him. Burma, who just can't find a teammate. It's a packed out box. They've basically got everyone in there. Shaw swings well in, decent delivery, but into the arms of Zalakis. Too easy for the goalkeeper. I said it was a good delivery because I thought there was going to be more curl on it, but right into the arms of the shotstopper.
It looked a decent delivery. It was a terrible delivery because especially 3-4 minutes to go, you have to get a whipped goal in. You have to get something on it because goalkeeper, he's not going to drop anything. He's been impeccable today without actually making too many saves. It's just his presence. And now Hull going forward again with Miller on the left.
Space for the Canadian to attack into Delors, puts a foot in and does well to come away with the ball. Good tackle. I even feel Delors brought a bit more energy on that right hand side than Mazraoui did, and I don't want to give them a excuse, the Red Devils, but they look a little bit leggy. Of course, a lot of these players were at the World Cup, whereas, Liam Miller, great tackle from Drama there on Rashford. He's come on and made a real impact in the middle. You feel if Hull can, going into this season, I know everyone loves to make predictions. What a pass there from Regan Slater. I said he looked like a £100 million midfielder to our colleagues at half-time, and that is no word of a lie. He's looked fantastic in the middle this afternoon. As soon as I say that, of course, there's a poor pass because of the commentator. But this whole side, and we were speaking about this in the first half, is it also, and I'm not trying to say they're going to pick up, this is their only win this season, but a lot of people predicted them to finish last, they've not got enough. Is this something that they've put that much into opening day that they'll take that and try and build upon it? Or were just a lot of people underestimating how good they could be?
Well, I think they've shown today they're a very compact side defensively, and in the Championship last season they're more a defensive team than going forward. So they've been brilliant defensively. So I think if they get the midfield press, because basically the gap between the back five and the midfield has been brilliant. It's been 5 to 10 yards. There's always a chance for them to go on the counter-attack. Obviously, they will be found out. They're not going to win every home game this season, but what a start. But they are defending a corner kick now.
Will be an in-swinger, played short to Shaw, back to Fernandez, swings one in. It's a dangerous one, and that is right for goalkeeper, I know. But if I'm Fernandez, I'm saying, why is there no one making a run to the front post and looking to get a flick onto it? Yes, it's at the goalkeeper, it's not a great one, but I'm looking at no one makes that forward run.
No, it's basically that's if there's 2, 3, 4 players going for the ball, the goalkeeper may not even get down and see it because it's a comfortable save at the front post, but completely out. Not challenged at all. So it's again poor from Man United. Decision making has been really poor, and with minute left of the 90 now, they just need a miracle now to get even one goal, let alone 2.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I don't think we'll have too much stoppage time either, so it's not like you get, if you had 7 or 8 minutes you might be looking like, there's a lot of time, but I don't think there is for the Red Devils. Lacey's going to swing one in, it's Paul Sesko, comes away over in the box, can't claim and really gain control of the ball. It's cleared away on as far as Mainu, takes it away from McBurn, he picks it up, split forward to him, Burmu. The Brentford man's looked really off the pace for me this afternoon.
Yeah, it's not been best. And Salakis there gets his ball and he just lets it out for a goal kick. But I'll give credit McBurney there. He fought for that ball and he never gave the Man United players any time. And as a result, it's just a hopeful ball at the back behind the back five rather. And Salakis taking all the time in the world with a goal kick and 6 minutes of injury time. To be played. We just played 20 seconds of it.
We have, and I think as we spoke about that, I think it's going to be hard for even United to get one. Nevertheless, get an equaliser. Ball swung from left to right. Nice first touch from youngster Shea Lacey. Needs an overlap from Delors though. He's got no space there. Fernandez now does find a short overlap, if you will, from Delors. Fernandez again. They're trying to pack the box. They've been doing this all half. Full of it's been meat and drink to them, almost putting balls into the box with the big back three they had, and that they do have with McNair and Harrington, of course, coming on. And Burmu out to short. Heaven, you thought you'd get him in the penalty area as a attacking option. Fernandez fakes it and fakes it. The ball's at a standstill. If you're going to put a ball into the box, you've got to put a ball into the box. This is just a bit of time wasting to me. Shaw does finally put a ball into the box, but it is poor, so maybe I shouldn't say put a ball into the box. But at the moment, United are the ones taking time away, because Fernandez was looking at people, but you just got to put a ball in the box at the end of the day.
Well, Fernandez was like, where's the movement? It was almost having a go at his teammates there, because there's no one for me to pass to, and there's no crosses in the box. They're trying to thread it through the middle, where Hull City's been brilliant all day long. So Hull City, it's been absolutely fantastic. Tactically, they've been brilliant, fully deserving the 3 points. And if you look at that drama shot in the second half, and I think Mbeumo, when he was 1-on-1 with the keeper under pressure, that's probably the best chance for Man United. But great save by, probably. He won't get player of the match because it's a goalkeeper, but Solakis has been as good as any.
Ball into the box, Sesko, I think that comes off his shoulder, maybe then off of Egan, straight up into the air, and once again Zalakis is there. Well, our broadcasters have given Ryan Giles the player of the match. I think you could give him to most players in a Hull jersey, but I do think, as you say, yes, he hasn't been tested as much, but just how was Zalakis, as you said in the first half, it's very similar to how you spoke about McBurney bringing a presence in an attacking area. He brings a presence in his own box of, if a ball comes in, my goalkeeper's going to come and claim it. The shots he has faced, he has looked very calm saving them. A couple from Mbeumo. Yes, they could have been better, but as a goalkeeper, you can only save what you've been given.
Yeah, I think, as I said, there's not many Hull players that have not played well today. With obviously Ajayi and Mendy, they were both subbed off, both scoring from a corner kick, and then I thought Balumi and decent when he was on the pitch, and it's McBurney could easily be player of the match as well. The way the Holder played it, it's like a terrier. I know when I play football, I would have hated to play against McBurney, because it's always there, and his physical presence is just so great. But yeah, Giles been brilliant on the left hand side. So potato. You could have been anyone.
100%. They've all the midfield duo of Crooks and Slater have gone about the business, haven't they, in a good fashion. I think they've been excellent. Again, as you said, they were very good defensive in the Championship, but this just looks like. And look, this is what sometimes it can be. The difference is that sometimes the players have the ability, as it's a throw-in for United on the left-hand side, they look to come forward. Sometimes players actually perform better in the high-pressure situations. Maybe, and this is going to sound a little silly, I don't know, maybe Slater and Crooks, they're not as good as some players in the Championship. But when it comes to the push and shove, you've got Man United. You rise to the occasion better than players with better ability than you. Yeah, and look at the whole team. Even now, the formation is 2 minutes left. Man United playing in around midfield. They're so well drilled, this Hull City team. Ball into the box, looking for Sesko again. Doesn't matter when you've got the back three that Hull doing. As well as you rightfully said earlier, Eric, when you're so deep, the ball's got to be perfect. There's no room in behind, and whatever room there is in behind, well, it's cut off all the time by Zalakis in Burmu. To Menu, back out to Delo. Fernandez is going to float one into Maguire. You think he will win it. He brings it down on his chest, loops one to the back post. Well over the bar. I'll play for a Hull goal kick. Just over a minute left. Looks like it's going to be one of the best starts to the season and a return to the Premier League Hull could ask for. Yeah,
they would have taken this before kick-off for sure. Yeah. No, it's been a phenomenal match by Hull City, but Man United, with Maguire there's no belief. When he did, was it a shot he had there from a tight angle, or was it a cross? No belief in that it actually is going to create a goal from it. So. Yeah, it's Hull City definitely going to win this game, probably 2-0. What a start from probably the biggest underdog in the Premier League for a long time. Maybe I think even Luton was tipped higher up when they came up than Hull City.
Well, it reminds me of, I just wanted to double check, as Liam Miller's fouled United defender there and comes away with a yellow card as the Canadian. It reminds me of opening day, and I just wanted to double check the scoreline from 2016 when the champions Leicester came into town for Hull City. Hull's first game back in the Premier League following 15-16 promotion, and they beat the champions 2-1. Now they're going to, I know Manchester United not champions, but it's a big win against a big opponent on opening day. We've only got a few seconds left. Long ball into the box. Guess who comes and claims? Zalakis once again. He's going to get a clean sheet on his Tigers debut, and I do believe the referee has blown the full whistle. Well, he will do after Zalakis has booted this away. Yes, he does. 2 goals in the first half. A Hull got it done from Mendy and Ajayi from set pieces. The Tigers were excellent and pick up all 3 points in their return to the Premier League at the expense of the Red Devils. Full time from the MKM Stadium. Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Thanks to first half goals from Mendy and Ajayi, Hull City have picked up a massive 3 points in their first game back in the Premier League at the expense of Manchester United. Full time, Hull City 2, Manchester United 0. Poor performance from the Red Devils. 2 goals, both from set pieces. In the 17th minute, Ajayi on the back end of a save from Lamens, slotting it home, and Mendy's header gave them a 2-0 lead as the Tigers pick up all 3 points on their return to the Premier League.